ready for the talk? But my mic? Oh, yeah. These 4 people want to hear me. Thank you. Oh, yeah. I think we're giving it 4 more minutes. If you guys can hang in.
No rush. Not going anywhere.
I think we'll get started. This is a lot of sound for 5, 6 people, but it's good. I'm Jack Ricciuto. Welcome. The topic for this hour is Smart Squared, and it's around collaborative creativity, collaborative innovation. Let me go around real quick. Introduce.
Sure. I'm Dennis.
Where are you from?
What do you want to know about?
Yeah, where are you from? What do you do?
I'm from the Cleveland area. I'm a network engineer, primarily Cisco voice stuff.
Okay, excellent. Good. You're?
I'm Michael.
Okay, we got a guy behind you. Go ahead.
I'm Rob. I'm from Pittsburgh. I'm a system analyst.
Okay, great. Yeah, now you.
I'm Michael. I'm a sysadmin in Finley.
Okay.
Chad, IT monkey kind of thing.
IT monkey kind of thing. That's good.
Just a little bit.
Just put that on the card. That's all. All right.
I should.
Yeah, you should. Yeah. It grabs attention. That's the whole thing, right?
Charlie Finley, office manager.
Great. Kind of thing, or he's got kind of thing in his title.
Employment agent, like employment.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Excellent. I do a lot of my work. A good part of my work is facilitation. I work with corporations and communities, and in most cases, we're trying to make change occur. And so, change, innovation, creativity is all at the core of my business, and it's all collaborative. I'm never working with one innovator who's locked in a room trying to create an innovation. It's always a group, a team. It could be 4 people, it could be 400 people, it could be 10,000 people. And so that's kind of at the core of my work. I work out of Cleveland here, live and work in the downtown Cleveland area, one of the neighborhoods here called Tremont that I live in. And here's the famous Valdez Krebs. He's speaking tonight. You're going to have to make sure you're here for this. 7 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Valdez is a colleague and friend. And he's going to be talking about social network. I'm going to touch on it. Just to,
Went to St. Taylor today.
yeah, we did. Well, you did email me and say we're black and brown. So I followed directions. I will talk a little bit about social network stuff because just to tease you a little bit to segue into Valdez's talk this evening. What I want to talk about, are we good?
Yeah.
Okay.
You're forward, so we have to have the speakers.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm forward, mean personality-wise? Or? Okay. A little both, okay. I'm not going to stand back there because I'm not doing any stinking PowerPoints. All right. Everybody else can do that. It's all about this, eyeballs. So what I want to talk about this afternoon, here's the kind of the lineup. I want to address questions like, what are the advantages of collaboration when we're trying to create an innovation? What are some of the obstacles? What are some best practices, how-tos? I also want to address a few examples, that you may or may not relate to that have to do with collaboration in the innovation area. A lot of what I'm going to talk about started in, actually 10 years ago, when I did this book called Collaborative Creativity. And I still have a bunch, so if you send me your email, I will send you one for free. And if you ask for 3, I'll send you 3 for free.
You have that many?
No, I'm just that lucky. I'm trying to get rid of them because I have to do a different edition. I have to update the edition, so these I got to phase. That's like a clearance sale, except for free.
Comes out, they become collector's items.
Oh yeah. Well, you can get this now on Amazon for like $2.35 or something. So save your money, and shipping is $10, but that's okay. And then I want to address your questions. If you have any questions or comments or arguments, dissension. Dissension is good in innovation. Right? So anything I say is wrong, I want you to pick it up and, let me know what's right. I guess as far as the whole why around collaboration, why does it take more than one mind? And I want to do it historically. Afternoon. This is Gloria and Tim Ferriss who just joined us. They are at the top of the blogging community in Northeast Ohio.
We got lost and went to the leather show over at the window.
They're an old hippie couple, but we don't want to talk about that. Tim is actually not at the top of the blog sphere. He's scraping the bottom, but Gloria is at the top. But yeah, I had to say that because he demands teasing.
Is this a humiliation class we dropped in?
Yeah, it is. It's one of those. Yeah, it's a self-esteem seminar.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm a dynamic speaker, and I'm going to make you feel bad. I'm glad this is taped. Oh God. So the.
YouTube tonight.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly. And it'll be forever. And my clients will say, "We saw this video of you."
Were you high?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So, no green tea. Green tea, man. It's all green tea. The why. Here's what happens. Why do people like all the generation of innovators, the Disneys, the Edisons, right? All the people at Apple. You think about all the rock star innovators, and Time magazine and all the magazines feature the picture of the hero, and it's always a lie, because these people might have been the prime movers, but it was teams that always made things happen, right? It was studios of people. It was buildings full of people. I mean, even Microsoft, pulling together, lots of different, of things that were innovations from teams, right? Apple, outsourcing, doing a lot of open source development, obviously team-oriented. And the reason why the collaboration is so important and why working alone doesn't work is because we fall in love with our own ideas. We breathe our own air. And if one of my client companies called me today and said, how can I stop innovation in this company, right? Whether it's a company of 2 people or 2,000 people, I'd say just tell everybody they've got to have new ideas on their own, by themselves. Don't talk to anybody else. Don't stand at the water cooler. Don't share your ideas with anybody. And that'll kill ideas, right? That's the surest way. Because what happens, what creativity demands is really diversity and a lot of stimulus between different minds. So the idea that we're smarter together is smart squared, right? The idea that we're smarter together is a quantum reality. It's absolutely true. Some of the obstacles, why don't we do this? For some of us, we just lack experience. We just have not done enough collaboration. We're having an idea. We haven't brought enough people to the table. And the more you do that, the better you get at it, and the more you see the value of it. Putting this conference together, right? Was it one person locking themselves in a bathroom? Well, actually it was. but bad example. No, it wasn't, right? It's lots of ideas and teams of people. Another barrier to collaborative innovation is the whole idea of not understanding the creative process. When I did this book, Collaborative Creativity, 10 years ago, I had the chance to interview the top artists and inventors in the world. Okay, so these are people who did small little things like invent the electron microscope, the MRI, first MRI, breakthrough medications, guy who invented the pacemaker, right? Top artists in every craft possible: painting, glass, right? Metals, sculpture, ceramics, and so on. And these are the world-class people, right? Top of the top. And one of the things they all said was that, one of the principles in creativity is quantity leads to quality. That more ideas literally lead to better ideas. Okay? So when I do idea sessions with companies, right, like a buddy of mine, Doug Hall, who's a rock star in Cincinnati, works with Nike and Celestial Seasonings and P&G and all these places, and does all their creative work around new product development. When I do new product development or new program development, we're always looking for lots of ideas. What he does, which is kind of cool, is he'll get the top minds together from, let's say, Nike, and he'll get them in a room and he'll say, okay, give me your best ideas on this new product. And he'll collect them all, 40 or 50 ideas. And he'll turn around, he's got a beautiful fireplace in the space that he uses down in Cincinnati. And he'll put them together and he'll say, these are great ideas. And he'll turn around and he'll fling them into a fireplace. And people are just horrified, right? Because they don't understand the creative process. That your first generation of ideas are almost always your worst. And to marry any one of them is like the most ridiculous thing. It's just part of our ignorance of the creative process. We think that, I got to really work hard for this brilliant idea. I've had a couple bad ones so far. Well, you may be like 283, those of us who have done this work for many years, you might be 190 ideas away from a good idea. And there's no way to get from here to there easily, right? You just have to go through iteration after iteration. Now what happens is, if you invite other minds into the process that are diverse, you accelerate the process. Instead of you having one idea after another, think about the time that happens. Right? So when I work if I have 10 people and I have everybody generating idea after about 4 or 5 hours, we'll have 200 or 300 ideas, and we'll have guaranteed 10 to 12 breakthrough ideas. Okay? So obviously, rule number one, if I'm going to sit there and do it all by myself, A, I'm slowing down the process, and B, I may never get there. Because I'm breathing my own air. I'm drinking my own Kool-Aid. Right? I love my ideas. No one is smarter than Jack. Okay? According to me. Yeah?
Yeah, for a while there, in the late 90s, there was this meme on the internet about first mover advantage.
Right.
But when you think about it, think about all the first movers out there. A lot of them didn't make it. I mean, the most famous one is Netscape.
Mm-hmm.
They came out and created this whole new world. And where are they today?
Right.
Part of AOL.
Right.
How embarrassing is that? Where's AOL?
Yeah, where's AOL? Right.
Time Warner.
Yeah.
So it is. It's like, that's exactly right. And same with the iPod.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't the first MP3 player out there. It was probably the 20th.
Right. Yeah.
There was enough thinking and cycles of learning
Right.
that people finally got it right.
Mm-hmm.
So that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Happens all the time.
Yeah. So the idea of having kind of this Zen attitude of not being attached, non-attachment to our first ideas,